Hi, my name is TMC, and today I have a quick video for you on the Tippmann TMC. I'm going to show you how to upgrade it. There are a lot of TMC up there, but there are very few upgrade kits for it. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So on the TMC, this is the MOE handguard. For you to upgrade to this setup, you gotta have all the components for it. You need the rear cap, you need the handguard itself, you need the front cap, and you need the A-frame front sight, of course, the proper barrel for that to install it. There are a lot of things you can do, but like I said, if you're not a modder, you're not willing to do a little bit of grinding or cutting or drilling and sanding, I don't recommend upgrading it. You just keep your marker the way it is, but you're willing to do it, you can have the offset marker. This is one of it. You can upgrade to a longer handguard. This is the 12 inches MOE version. You can actually get all the component. You can actually upgrade to this setup right here. And of course, you can go even further a little bit. You can go with this setup right here. This is the M16 version. Vietnam Air has a triangular handguard. Of course, you need all the component again. You need the front rear cap, the handguard itself, the triangular front cap, the front sight, of course, the proper barrel to make it happen. But when you do upgrade it, you can have a pretty decent setup for it. And of course, after we're done with this setup right here, I'm going to show you guys how to install the wrist version as well, so that way you know all the upgrade that's available for it. So this little handguard right here, we actually made it from the current one we are using. All we did is we kind of lathed it off to make it fit on a TMC. So before you kind of put it on, so I'm going to reverse install this for you. First thing you do, take the front muzzle brake off. And of course, you look at the bottom right here. There is a set screw right there. You're going to use your 2.5mm wrench right there. Go in the bottom here, loosen the screw out a little bit, and then the whole front side just slide right off. And from here, you can actually just kind of pull this entire handguard, and it comes right out. You take your barrel off, and that's it. And now you got your rear cap, which kind of keep everything in place. You use your 2.5mm wrench, and then there are 3 set screw right here. 1, 2, and then there's a third one right here. Just kind of loosen it out, and the whole cap comes off. See how we have to kind of we use sandpaper because each one of the bodies is a little bit different from each production, because this is made of aluminum die cast. It's using a mold, so each unit's actually different from the other. It's not exactly the same. So when we cut this, when we send it to you and you want to install this, when you first put it, it's a little tight. You just use a little bit of sandpaper, remove the excess paint on the body here, and your rear cap will come right off. Some you need to sign off a little bit more, and some you have to do a little bit less. All right, so that's how you do it. So let's go over this again. So you're gonna need this rear cap. You're gonna need this handguard. You need the barrel and the front cap right there, and then the front sight for it, and then the muzzle brakes. That's the setup you're gonna need to install. Pretty much every handguard, or M4, M16 base handguard, you need all this component to make it work. All right, back to this side right here. So if you want, we also have wrist handguard, a triangle wrist handguard. I mean, a quad wrist handguard, and it's going to be a free floating barrel on it. So this is a 12 inches. You have the 9, and then you got the 7 inches right there. And we also offer the shorter version of 4.5 inches. To install this, it's a little bit different from that one. So we're going to do this one first, and then show you guys. Actually, you know what, let's reverse this so you guys can see how it put together, and then I'll take it off again and we'll put this on, because I feel that I tried this earlier and they're a little bit tight. So to put this on, you need to put your rear cap right there, the 3 set screw. Use the 2.2mm wrench, kind of secure it down right there. Set it in, and then your handguard right here. The front cap, we place it in already, so sometimes you got to use a mallet to punch it in and knock it in to keep it in place. If not, sometimes it doesn't go in. Of course, like I said again, you have to use a little bit of work, a little bit of sanding or filing to make it work. Same thing with this side here. See, we have to kind of punching it a little bit, and sometimes it doesn't fit perfectly. You have to kind of do a little modding for that. So once it's in right here, of course, place in the right position, slide this little guy right in, and it goes right in like that. Make sure it's nice and center. All right. Actually, I made a mistake here. So this barrel got going first. All right, and then slide your handguard over right through the front cap. All right, and then you do your front sight, slide it right in, center it, use a 2.5, secure it down, and then the final step, just put in your front sight. And there you go. That's pretty much how to install. Like I said, this has all been installed, so everything's already in place. But if you are doing a fresh new install, a little bit of work needs to be done to put it on. All right, so I kind of take this off really quick and then put the wrist version in, so you guys have all the information you need to install all these different variation to upgrade your Tippmann TMC. All right, your front sight there, the 2.5. Slide this off, and then the handguard. And then the barrel, and then you get your caps. All right, whole thing comes right off. All right, so now on the wrist version of it, the wrist version will come with when you ordered your handguard, you have to select the Tippmann TMC barrel nut, in which it comes with one of these, and it uses one of our barrel nut, but we kind of cut it out the inside to make it fit on the front of the TMC. On the screw right there, 8 screws right here. You don't need all of them. You just need 4 of them. 2 of them go into the 4 of them go in the handguard, and then 4 of them go into the adapter. So we're gonna take them all 8 little screw off right here, and then I'll show you guys how to install that. All right, I know I should take this off ahead, but I wanted to show you guys what it comes with. This way you know exactly what to do, so you have to take all the screws off, and you're going to try and put this on. Okay, so it's kind of, see how it's kind of tight right there? It goes in and it stops. That's what I'm talking about. Then you're gonna, if you want to put it in easily, get a piece of sandpaper, kind of sand off the excess paint on the front adapter here until you're able to get it in easily. It depends if you want to go in hard or easy. If you really want to make it tight, then you'll see how I put in and see how the paint kind of come off a little bit. See a little crevice there, so it's gonna go off a little bit more. But like I said, if you want to make it tight, you can use a mallet and knock it in a little bit. But if you want to kind of have it come in easy, just sand it off. Like I said, some work gonna be needed to do it. So right now, go and see how now it's going nice and firm. So that's what I want to do. And then from here, we're gonna put some set screw in, and all you have to do is just slide this handguard over, and then you just secure it down. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can align this thing together and see before. Let's see here. I'm gonna align the. See, what you want to do is align. See the screws right here. Align it to there, so that way you can secure them all down at the same time. All right. So what we just want to do, get a set screw, and then go through. See this screw right there? We're gonna go through both of them at the same time, and then we're gonna use that to line it up. All right, and then I'm gonna turn this guy right here. I'm gonna turn both the handguard and the set screw. Now see how it's kind of perfectly aligned together. I'm gonna secure it down. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. At this point right here, if you're depends on the handguard, you're going far enough, you're gonna able to free the handguard itself. It depends on where it goes. All right, so do the same thing to this side right here. There are a total of 4 screws, just kind of line together. Go all the way in, and then the 2 more on the bottom right here. So these 4 set screw, what it does is that it's secured directly onto your handguard onto the body and keep the barrel nut from turning. All right, let it go all the way in. Make sure it's nice and secure. All right, and then do the next set. This is the last one right here to keep the handguard from rotating. I'm sorry, the adapter from rotating. All right, and then there are 4 left, right? And what you want to do is you put on the top of it, and this, what it does is prevent the handguard from coming loose. And you do the same thing to all 4 of them right here. All right, this one, the last. It's gonna take some time. Like I said, you doing a mod like this. It's not you can't just throw it in and expect it to work. You gotta take time to do it. And this is a mod after all. If you're not the type to do this kind of stuff, I suggest that you don't do mod. Just kind of keep what you have. If you want a cool looking gun though, definitely something you can do. And there are not too many of the mod out there for Tippmann TMC, but like I said, if you're willing to do it, you have an awesome looking gun. All right, so now that's in. It's nice and tight. Like I said, you can't really turn it anymore. It's locked into place. The only setback, like you see on a TMC, is this part here is not perfectly flat with the top rail, but you can overcome that with some optics. So here, now the barrel is full when you're free floating. You just put the barrel in. It's not like the other one where it's kind of tied in together. Now it's just all set. So I've seen some people, what they do is they put an optics or some sort of rail system. Just you can put it right here, and you can see that put a rail, what's not, and it kind of illuminate that. It seemed like this is just to show you guys like a demo here, so you can see how it's kind of remove that step away from the marker. If you don't put something on, it looks kind of funny, right? It's kind of have a step there. I personally don't like that, but once you put an optic on, it's I'll show really quick here. You put an optic on or a riser or some sort of sight, and now you got a pretty decent looking gun right here. Look, it's all together, and that's how it's a decent looking marker, and then fully upgrade this. Get another buttstock, and now you have a free floating handguard like this barrel. You can remove it, upgrade it, change it. So that's how you upgrade your Tippmann TMC to different version. Like I said, it takes a little bit work, but you can have an awesome marker and awesome upgrade. So this is one of the upgrades you can get, and then the other M16 M4 version, that's another version. Don't forget, you can get different handguard. Okay, so different handguard, different setup for it. The one thing though that I love about this handguard is the ability to put a silencer. So if you're doing like a short barrel like this, and you take this out, you can do a recess. See how the suppressor kind of recess inside there. So now give you that kind of seal looking like with the suppressor kind of recess inside your handguard. This is one of the few handguard out there that can do that for your marker. So that's something to think about too. So you can have a long barrel and get a Special Forces suppressor, or get excuse me, MK23 suppressor, and your barrel will recess over inside. Or you can get a shorter barrel and then allow the suppressor to extend it out. So this is how it looks, guys. So that's how you do it. If you have any question, comment, concern, ask me. You can PM me, or you can message me personally, and I will able to answer any of those questions for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys out there.